Welcome back, Dragons. And we are on to multiplying decimals. Still on day 5 because they gave us such a glorious amount of work to do on day 5. They wanted to keep our Monday busy. Okay, don't forget, if you don't know how to do any of these operations, if it has totally slipped your mind, it is AIM page 22 where you have some beautiful notes. I'll walk through the first example all the way through as if it was relatively new. Then I'm going to work through them at my usual speed. Feel free to pause the video at any time to slow me down. We've got our trusty pen, our trusty calculator, and my trusty whiteout. I recommend you use pencil. And I think I can fit it on this page. If not, I have notebook paper on standby. And we've got 16 problems to get through. Our goal is always to keep the videos 30 minutes or less. When you multiply decimals, you want to create two whole numbers so that you're just multiplying whole numbers and then you can put the decimal back. What do I mean by that? I want to get this decimal out of here. If I multiply by 10, I am now 21. If I multiply by 10 to the second power, I am now 76. Once I do that, I can multiply as usual. Let's try that out. 6 times 6, 12, placeholder. Okay, now add your partial products. We're doing the standard algorithm here. Now this is when you have to figure out where does the decimal go back in. If you multiply by 10 to the first power and 10 to the second power, you multiply by a total of 10 to the third power. So now I have to divide by 10 to the third power to get it back, to bring the decimal back. If the decimal is currently here, divide by 1, 2, 3 powers. So our answer should be 1 and 596 hundredths. This is the technical math way to do it. This is the, yep, it's beautiful. This is the correct way to do it. Move the decimal out using powers, move the decimal back in using powers. These are legal math moves because this and this are inverse operations, which means they undo each other. So this is totally allowed. The shortcut, my friends, is just counting the spaces. Like 1 space from the edge, 2 spaces from the edge, so a total of 3 spaces from the edge. 1, 2, 3. 3 spaces, 3 place values. I hope you get the pattern of the shortcut. Either way, we got it. Now, I am not going to show the moving of the decimals using the power of 10 for all of these problems. It would be extremely time consuming. I'm going to multiply them straight out and put the decimal where I know it lives. For example, I can look at number 2 and know that once I get an answer, I'm going to move the decimal place in 2 values, 2 spaces. Okay. All right, so feel free to pause me and work out all the multiplication. Okay, they're not all going to be so smushy like that because I had extended that problem, so it took a little space. So far I got 1 through 4. They are correct. I checked them on the calculator for us. When they're correct, I like to highlight them. Okay, next row, here we go. If you're struggling with the multiplication, pull out your multiplication chart from your time tracker or from your interactive notebook. If you're struggling with the steps, go to AIM page 22. Some people wonder why this answer ends up being so small. If you think logically about this problem, you have a part of a part. This is a part and this is a part. Neither one of these are wholes. You have a part of a part. It should be very tiny. You have a portion of something that's already small. All right, moving right along. Okay, I have a lot of digits. Let's see if we get that one right. Yay! The calculator didn't show the 0, I showed the 0, but the 0 in this circumstance is just a placeholder. Alright, we've got another row completed. Very good job, Dragons. What it ends up being, once you get the decimals moved out of the way using powers of 10, it's just straight up whole number multi-digit multiplication. doing really excellent. If you're wondering what I do sometimes when I'm crossing out the previously things that have been regrouped or carried over so that I don't get a jumble of numbers where I get confused. Two placeholders here. It's 3 digits out. You should have 3 partial products. Let's see if this works out. Yep. Good. You have those right. Alright, just 4 more to go. 4 more to go. Great. Two placeholders. Three partial products. See if you got anything good there. Yep, we did it. Another double placeholder in the third partial product. 3 partial products because there's 3-digit number right there. Alright, 4 partial products because there's 4 place values in that bottom number. Okay. I did a little mental math there for a second. I asked myself 5 times 20 is 100. Because I wanted to see if this seemed even reasonable. With that many partial products, I questioned myself for a second. Yep, and it is reasonable, because it is correct. Alright, bravo, dragons. 100%. 16 problems, less than 16 minutes. I think that is a new record for Miss Wood. Of course, I'll have these answers posted for your convenience. Please work these out by hand. This is excellent practice for you. Overall, 6th graders struggle with multiplication and division of decimals. That is a normal struggle. The only way to get better is to practice, just like practicing basketball, practicing your instrument, practicing dance. You don't get better unless you keep doing it over and over again. Thank you for joining me for part 3 of day 5.